And welcome back to the Angry Buddha Official. I have another review for you, gals and guys, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a Snuv product, Rusty Trombone. I know I'm late in the game on the Snuvs, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Yes, Rusty Trombone, we know it's a play on words, we know it's a sexual act. I haven't heard any reviewers talk about it, so maybe I will. Anyways, it's basically where a person, and if you got kids in the house or in the room, turn down the volume, cover your ears, watch the subtitles, whatever. It's a person standing up, basically, their legs shoulder apart, and it's a male that's doing the standing, and male or female, whoever in the back, basically putting their head between your butt cheeks, and they blow on your culo, or whatever they do to it, while they are also handling you from the front, or the male from the front. And why do I know? Because I'm old, and these urban legends and jokes are old. But anyways, it's a play on words with their Rusty collection, or Rusty, their Rustica tobacco. So yes, I will be the reviewer to tell y'all what a Rusty Trombone is, because I haven't heard any others talk about it. They're always like, I ain't gonna talk about it. No, I told you. Anyway, so we're going to check this out. It's supposed to be a sun-dried Rustica natural tobacco. It's an Indian tobacco, Lakman Das, from 6Photo. So, let's open it up. I have tried this already because I was curious when I first got it. Okay, what's this? Now, we're going to talk about something. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, and I don't really care. It's just, I can't help the way my palate is. Everyone seems to love this stuff. It smells completely natural inside, like from smelling it outside, not pinching any. It smells pretty normal. Y'all remember way back when I had that 6Photo review of MG Madras. Doesn't matter how many times I go back to that snuff, I can't do it. It's the one you'll see in the thumbnail and all my reviews. It's the one with the elephant shitting. Yeah. Just gonna be blunt about it. That's what it is. And I was a little harsh on it. It does smell like diaper to me. It smells bad. I can't do it. You know, I heard that South African snuffs were going to be the same. They were not for me. Barnyard and the Indian snuffs should not be labeled the same. I hear barnyard on Indian snuff. That's not what I smell when I smell that ghee. I don't know if it's ghee or whatever it is, the butter that they use. I don't know what it is. Well, that little bit of that smell is in here. Uh-oh, y'all are like, uh-oh, well, he's probably not going to like it, or he's probably not going to do that. Not true. I don't know what it is about the MG Madras. Some people say that I might have a bad can. I don't think it is. I think that my palate just doesn't like it. And that sucks. I really want to like it. I love the can. I got the big ass 100-gram tin of it. You know, it looks beautiful. It looks like a great snuff. I can't use it. However, like I said, this has that in it for me. If you feel the same way I do about the MG Madras, then you might not like this one. However, this one has it a little bit somewhere deep in there, but it's not that bad. So let's take a pinch and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Moist tobacco. Basically a fine grind or a fine medium. Let's say fine, or a coarse fine. A medium coarse fine, if that makes sense. It's not coarse, I shouldn't say that. It doesn't look like the finest of Indians that I've smelled. Or I've touched, and anyways. It's nice and moist, you know. It sticks to the fingers very well. It was just opened like maybe almost a week ago now, or something. But it's pretty natural smelling, and it actually smells really good. However, I do get a little bit of that poopy smell. I don't know what it is, but I get it. But it doesn't smell bad. For some reason, I'm starting to get normalized to it. So I'm hoping maybe this could normalize me, and maybe I can go back and smell the MG Madras, and it won't bother me. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's go ahead and stick this in my nose. See, look at those big old clump. We're gonna put all that in there. Let's do it. Okay, beginners, if you're a beginner, this will blow your mind. It's really not that hard, but you need to remember it's got Rustica, and if you're a beginner, it might mess you up. or mess your nose up. It may not even be like a poopy smell that I'm smelling. Maybe almost cheesy. Maybe that's the butter. I don't know. But what's weird, even though it smells kind of funky, see, and this is what I thought that would be like for my American palate, and even some other people's palates that aren't used to that. I've heard say, yeah, the Indian snuffs are kind of funky. And I am not trying to offend anyone that is from there, that maybe uses them on a daily basis, or maybe you're from around the world, not in India or Asia at all, and you love Indian snuffs, and I'm insulting your palate. I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that. There's something in here like that, similar to that MG Madras. So this makes me think, even though it's a Rustica, maybe it's like a Rustica Madras. I don't know if they can be both. Oh, of course they can probably be both. This is not bad. It's funky, but I like it. It's more welcoming to me. The MG Madras is not welcoming. It just smells like baby powder and fucking dung or something. I'm just being honest. There's something funky. Maybe it's not, apologize. Maybe it's not funky. There's something pungent in there, but I like it. It's funky, but I dig it. I don't know how to explain. This is a really good one. Out of the Snuv, and you know, when I first tried it, before I made this review, because I was like, I need to try it before I do the review, because I'm like, what am I going to expect? Am I going to like it? And I wanted to do it for a couple days, or, you know, every few days, kind of test it. I haven't done it that much. This is like, pardon me, this is like third or fourth time. And it's really good. It's not bad. So it makes me think that with that smell, and it was still in the Madras, that I might actually like other Madras, or even like Madras with, like, you know, maybe ghee and whatever. I just think I just didn't like that one. It's made by the same person. So, you know, I talked a little crap last time about, you know, the MG Madras, so I take it back. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I think I'm insulted that I can't get into it. I'm insulting myself that I can't get into it. This is Snuv's Rusty Trombone. This is great. The nicotine's in there. You're going to feel it immediately. After that, you get a natural, almost kind of, it's not, maybe like a toasted scent, but it's not been toasted. It's not a toast. And that's that sun dry, bringing out the aromas from the tobacco. It is nice. It's actually, honestly, sitting in the nose too. After everything's getting kind of wet, it kind of opens up a little bit more of the flavoring in it. And it's almost kind of a rich, almost in a way, kind of buttery flavor. And you know, the Buddha likes the buttery flavor. That's why I love toast. They just seem to have this buttery bread. You know, I don't necessarily get bread from this. Maybe a warm bread instead of like a buttered bread. I don't know how to explain that. But there's something kind of bready in here, and it smells really good. It's funky, but I'm starting to like it. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know. I can smell something similar from the Madras. And I have to repeat that because if you are, or you have the same palate as me, you need to know that that's what it could be. And it might not be great for you. I was a little turned off when I first was like, okay, I smelled it and I sniffed it. And I was like, oh, maybe I don't. But however, I don't know. I seem to like it. 10 out of 10 on this Snuv range. So maybe my opinions on Snuvs are changing. And I think a lot of us, either you were all the way in the game, or you just bit, you know, MrSnuff's head off and was like, you know, oh, I don't like this. Or maybe you're more of a Toke fan, so you were like, MrSnuff, you did this again. You know, I used to be like that too, but I'm not playing sides anymore because I realized that all companies and stuff are important. And I actually, I'm starting to see, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder. I mean, both snuff companies are really important. So drop the drama, everybody. Let the snuff, let the snuff prove itself. And I think that it doesn't matter. Both sides will always prove themselves because there's always going to be someone with a different palate and preference. And I don't think it was just that. Maybe there was, whatever the case is. But I'm giving more people a chance. And that could just be maturity. If you see 4 years ago, I mean, I was already old then, or old enough to know better. But I think I just kind of ran with rumors that I heard in the snuff community and also, and chose sides. And then, I don't know. I feel like I've changed as a person in the past 4 or 5 years. So my feelings are different. And I'm not afraid to admit that. So, that, you know, people change and people mature. I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to be a nice Buddha. I'm the angry Buddha, and I will probably talk shit about other stuff in the future. But as far as it goes on blah, 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 no. Everybody, let's just work together. And let's, you know, let's talk about these snuffs. Let's get it out there. And if there is something wrong with, you know, a certain snuff, it is good that you go out and review it, because that snuff maker or whoever, community that has connects, where they might see that, hear that, and they might actually just change it because they don't want to hear someone. Or maybe they do care. I don't know. Or they don't care. Whatever. You got to talk about it to get shit right. Or maybe they'll provide you with a snuff in the future that might be just for you, because they heard about your review that was crappy about them, blah, blah, blah. Or not crappy about them, but their snuff. Anyways, sorry, that's my ramble. This is a 10 out of 10. Really good. Let's take another pinch. Do another pinch with me. We're 11 minutes in. It does trip me out, though. Outside of the 10, smelling into it, it's just a very natural smelling. And then you kind of get a really natural, that warm, kind of almost toasted, not toasted, but sun-dried, I guess. You can tell the sun has picked up, or has brought out these aromas. That sun, that energy from the sun is left in that scent. It's been powered by the sun. By the sun. Okay, anyways, that was good. 10 out of 10. Snuv, rusty trombone. Like it, Nick's high. Not for beginners, unless you're brave like moi. And great product. See you later. Hope you enjoyed the review.